Hello students! Today, we are going to dive into the fascinating world of cell theory. Have you ever wondered how living organisms are made up of cells? Well, let's explore the historical development of cell theory and understand how cells are the basic unit of structure and function in all living things. Cell theory has a rich history that dates back to the 17th century. It all started with the discovery of the microscope by Anton van Leeuwenhoek, a Dutch scientist. With the invention of the microscope, scientists were able to observe tiny structures that were previously invisible to the naked eye. This led to the discovery of cells, the building blocks of life. One of the key figures in the development of cell theory was Robert Hooke, an English scientist who first observed cells in cork under a microscope in 1665. He described these tiny structures as cells because they reminded him of the small rooms in a monastery. Hooke's discovery laid the foundation for the study of cells and their role in living organisms. Another important scientist in the history of cell theory was Matthias Schleiden, a German botanist. In 1838, Schleiden proposed that all plants are made up of cells. This was a groundbreaking idea at the time, as it challenged the prevailing belief that plants were formed from non-living material. Building on Schleiden's work, Theodor Schwann, a German zoologist, proposed in 1839 that all animals are also composed of cells. Schwann's contribution to cell theory solidified the idea that cells are the basic unit of structure and function in all living organisms. The final piece of the puzzle came from Rudolf Virchow, a German physician, who in 1855 proposed that cells can only arise from pre-existing cells. This concept, known as the principle of biogenesis, completed the cell theory and revolutionized our understanding of how living organisms are formed and grow. So what does all this mean for us? It means that all living things from the tiniest bacteria to the largest elephant are made up of cells. These cells are the building blocks of life, carrying out essential functions that keep organisms alive and functioning. Cells come in all shapes and sizes, each specialized for a specific function. Some cells are responsible for carrying oxygen throughout the body, while others help us see, hear, and taste the world around us. Without cells, living organisms would not be able to survive. But how do cells come into existence? According to cell theory, cells can only arise from pre-existing cells. This means that when a cell divides, it gives rise to two new cells, each containing the same genetic information as the original cell. This process of cell division is essential for growth, repair, and reproduction in living organisms. In conclusion, cell theory has revolutionized our understanding of how living organisms are composed of one or more cells, which come from pre-existing cells. Cells are the basic unit of structure and function in all living things, carrying out essential processes that keep organisms alive and functioning. So, the next time you look at a plant, an animal, or even yourself in the mirror, remember that you are made up of trillions of cells, each playing a vital role in your existence. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of cell theory. Stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of science. If you have any questions or want to learn more about cell theory, feel free to ask. Let's continue to delve deeper into the fascinating world of cells and their importance in the study of life. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to our next exploration together.